On this episode, we are at the Endicott estate for a car show that we have missed for the last couple of years because of what's been going on in the world. But it was back in a big way. And if I could, before we start this, please give this a like and subscribe to this page. That'd help us out a lot. Now, like I said, this is a big event, so we're going to start off with these beautiful trucks. Can't start a big event off any bigger than checking out some of the big rides that showed up. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm here with David, and he's got this really cool truck here that's I've never seen anything like this before, because as you said, not too many people have it. So what do you have here? What kind of a truck is this?
A 1941 GMC tractor trailer.
Tractor trailer, yeah.
Yep.
And the trailer itself, where'd you find this? This is the curious thing. As you pointed out, this is the curious thing about it. Where'd you find this?
Found it. My father found it in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Okay.
We used to live in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And Newell Coal and Lumber was the original owner.
Newell Coal. Okay, so that's the original sign for this. That actual one with the trailer. Okay.
Yep. Well, actually, that went on the door of the.
On the door. Okay.
Yep.
So, no. The fifth wheel setup, like you said, it was a little different.
That's the original. They started doing those in like 1919.
Okay.
The guy that designed the fifth wheel of today.
Awesome. So how long did it take you to do this whole truck like this?
13 years.
13 years.
My father bought it in 82.
Okay. 82, and it's how beautiful this truck is. So, David, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thanks. Now, we started this episode off with the big toys. That was a beautiful truck. And again, something that you never see really is that kind of a hookup for a fifth wheel. But back to the rides, there were some beautiful cars from all over the place and everything that you could think of, like this beautiful Resto Mod Camaro. You had tons of things there, hot rods, muscle cars, classics, antiques, stuff you've never seen before. And that's why, if you don't see it here, check our Facebook page. There's a bunch of pictures from the Endicott show and other shows. All right, Rory Anderson is here with a beautiful car. It's a Chevy, but it's not your typical Chevy. What do you got?
It's a Holden body, Australian built body, GMH Holden. General Motors and Chevrolet exported frames to Canada 85 plus years ago, and then it exported from Canada to Europe, Argentina, and Australia. So Australia had their own shape and own style of body.
Okay.
They put the body on. Me and my dad, we bought it back in the late 80s. And we brought it back here to the East Coast. We built it all original, like back in the late 80s, him and I. But he passed away 10 years ago. I inherited it, and I totally redid it all over again. Full ground up restoration, hot rodded, resto mod rodded.
Engine-wise, what do you got in this?
400 small block Chevy.
Yep.
It's a stroker motor. Transmission 700 R4.
Very cool car, man. It is something. And you said how many of these are out there? Do you
Yeah,
know?
of the 31 they built 85 plus years ago, there's maybe 12 existing in various conditions worldwide.
It's something cool to see from down under.
Yeah.
So again, I appreciate it. Thank you. Some of the best cars in the area show up at this show, and this DeSoto is no exception. It's just a pristine automobile, and that's what makes this show such an amazing time. Now we got a couple more interviews, and then after that, just a few minutes of us walking around the grounds checking it out. It's a huge show, great time, awesome people. And like I said, if you haven't checked out our Facebook page for more pictures from this show and others, go there now, or after watching the video. Check us out on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram.
Ray Lundberg from Salem, New Hampshire.
Right,
I got a 1913 Jackson Speedster. We found it in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and it was a mess.
Yep.
Back in 1982.
Okay.
We bought it for $1,000 and brought it home, restored it. It took 3 years to restore it, and that's what you see now. We had to build all new fenders for it. The sheet metal's all rebuilt.
Yeah.
New radiator, but it's got the original motor, transmission, front end, rear end frame in it. But it was made, they made Jacksons from 1903 to 1923, but they were a handmade car, and That was $1,500 back in 1913. That was a lot of money.
Yeah, so this is like a top of the line type of car.
Yeah, you could buy a Model T for $285. And that's what happened when things get tight. Everybody bought Fords because they could produce them cheaper and faster. And they were in business 20 years. I don't know. I know there's 4 cars left
There's only 4 of these.
that I know of. I don't
Wow,
know. There's no
okay.
Jackson Club. You know, I saw one on an auction for sale a year ago, and 2 people I knew owned them. They've since passed away, and I don't know where they went. But
Again, man, this is just a treat just seeing something like this, something rare and just out of the ordinary. You know?
oh, thank you.
All right, okay, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm here with Scott, and he's got this really big, beautiful Pontiac behind him. What do you got here at the show today?
So this is a 1970 Pontiac Bonneville. This is actually the car that I came home from the hospital in when I was born.
Very cool.
So
All right.
I grew up in this car. I grew up in the back seat of this car. I've actually had it since 2003, so 19 years it's been in my garage.
Very cool.
And it was mostly original when I got it from Dad, but I've done a little bit of a resto mod theme here.
Okay,
So
yeah.
block's still original, crank's still original, but top end is all new.
You know, yeah.
Edelbrock aluminum heads, port fuel injection, all GM components.
Yep.
Just made it really fun and reliable to drive every day.
So in color, do you know what color this was?
Granada Gold was
Granada
what
Gold.
Pontiac called this in 1970.
1970. Oh, it's a beautiful car, man. Like I said, it just caught my eye seeing that engine and such a really cool car. And now you got something that you grew up in. You were born in this car, basically.
So many memories.
So many.
Being in the back seat on road trips with Mom and Dad. Yeah, it's awesome. My little brother sitting next to me. It was great.
It's so cool, man. And just to have some kind of family memories that just bring everything together into something modern and new with what's going to go on for probably a lot more years to come. You know?
I sure hope so. I sure hope so.
Now, other thing is, you're part of the local Pontiac Club. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I happen to be the vice president of the Yankee chapter of
Okay.
the Pontiac Oakland Club International. We are the Massachusetts-based chapter. We're all about promoting Pontiacs, Oaklands, GMCs in this area. We talk about parts, powwows, and people. We try to put together the folks in the Pontiac community that need parts to be able to restore these cars. We try to have powwows, club gatherings regularly to get everybody together. And people, we're just a bunch of guys and girls that are very passionate about our Pontiacs and are all about helping each other out.
So if you are a Pontiac fan or you want to get in touch with these guys, you have a website or a
Yeah,
Facebook page?
you can Google Yankee Pokey and you'll find our website. You'll find all the information on the club leadership and how to join us.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Very good.
And that just about wraps it up for this episode at the Endicott Estate for the car show with the Bay State Antique Auto Club. Just an amazing time. Thanks for watching, everybody. And again, like I always say, we'll see you on the flip side.